can see here that there are children right by this body of water here, appreciating God's beauty. Seeing this water reminds them of God's creation, beauty, and nature, and the calm within a possible craziness. I mean, this water can not be still, and just this amount right where they can rest. It's just very refreshing for them to see and be close to. Again, appreciating the Lord and his creation here, maybe even touching the water a little bit, looking at it reflect the sun. So much to see with this still body of water. When we are down and feeling sad and thinking things have all gone bad, the psalm reminds us God is here to still our hearts and calm our fear. He restores my soul. He shows us what is right and good and helps us do the things we should. He shows us that true happiness lies in good things that he will bless. He leads me in paths of righteousness for his name's sake. So here's God giving us that assurance after bad times that he can be the source of our calm, that there's calm in him, and how good is this source that we are getting, who cares for us, who provides all good things for us, and he wants us to stay on those paths of good things that he has for us, however form it may be, but that with him we can overcome, we can be victorious. He will bless the path, and he will help us see how he can make things work for good that we are going through that may not be so good. Even in the midst of a thunder and a storm, you have here your loved one right next to you to remind you everything is going to be okay, to feel that reassurance and that this will pass, they will get through it, and to remember God is with us. He truly is. So that's our anchor of hope here. That is who we can truly run to and rely on. The shepherds of King David's day had rods to keep wild beasts away. A rod was like a club. You see, a club that caused the beasts to flee. Most children sometimes have seen that there are kids who can be mean. They act just like an enemy and want to bully you and me. But our good shepherd sees it all and listens to us when we call. He's never like those enemies, and he forbids such acts as these. Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you are with me, your rod and your staff, they comfort me. This source of weapon against the enemy, this weapon of protection is here to remind me that it is possible to defeat these enemies and for them to flee. They comfort me, and truly you can kind of just rest a little bit knowing that these weapons are available or these tools are available, because we know the Lord is going to use them when needed and appropriately. He is also just having a hard time, just dwelling on these just crazy roads that he's been on and encounters with others, and he is just overtaken by this. But you know what's going to comfort him and keep him on that right path and out of the shadow of death at the end of the day? It is following the Lord, relying on him, getting comfort from him first, and seeing what solutions can arise here and can be done for these situations that he's in. There is hope. There is the Lord again giving us what we need, even though this is a great need that we're needing emotionally, mentally, physically. He will provide it. And we're seeing this more and more as we age. We're seeing this more and more as we grow older. as we go through different things and stages in our lives, we see this more and more and be confident in these truths that we hear about. We can experience as well ourselves in our lives, see that truly, because we are acting and applying our faith and our trust in the Lord, we can grow stronger in our relationship with Him truly and in our faith. And we can shine this light that we have to others. We can cast out the darkness. The darkness can be very heavy and overwhelming and prevent us from doing things. But with God's light, God's help, He knows the way. He really does. He knows it all. And He knows how we're feeling. He is trying to remind us, and this psalm is so famous because it gives that reassurance and that encouragement and that truth that we can try to believe in more and more. He will be there again in these times of darkness. There are ways that he can, because if shepherds can protect sheep that wander away, that really need that protection, that are vulnerable, that are not so strong, and that are forgetful, the Lord being our shepherd, we can be fully protected still. We know that we are at the mercy of the Lord, and then we can grow closer to the Lord, loving Him more because of that, and loving Him more truly because He is doing all of these things that, of course, that is needed, but is also something that we find fulfilling, may or may not know that we need, and is truly life living out life in this manner, because we have the source of life to lead us truly to be in that right path of life. Yes, every step of the way, even though we might encounter things or stumble upon things, we know that's not the end of the story. God will lead us to the destination that we need to be in, and that is with Him.